Hi everybody on this sunny day. Hopefully you're getting a bit of fresh air where you are in lockdown today. Today I just wanted to answer a question that a lot of our clients are asking us at the moment is that can you still pitch a good news story during this national crisis that we're going through currently with COVID-19? And our answer is yes, but means you need to do it much differently than you would have before this is happening. So I guess I just wanted to talk through 6 things that we thought you should keep in mind when you're pitching a good news story at the moment to media. And I guess the very first thing is whatever conversations you're having with journalists and others is just to make sure that you genuinely acknowledge that this is a unprecedented time, that we're all going through something that's just turned our lives upside down. And so make sure that you're really sensitive to that as you're talking to people and journalists as well. And I guess the other thing is, if you're doing something in your organization that's really clever in terms of, I don't know, how you're marketing your products, how you're preparing for the next stage of lockdown, how you're engaging your staff during this time, think outside the box, because media would probably be interested in hearing about that, because whenever a crisis happens, no matter what the crisis is, media want to keep the story going, but over time they are always looking for a new fresh angle because they're kind of running out of things to say. So yeah, be thinking about what you could maybe pitch there. I guess the other thing to be thinking about too is this is not a time for a hard sell of your organization. So if you're planning a product launch or something like that, yeah, just be really sensitive how you're putting that sort of thing out in the market. If press release about a new product or something just isn't probably the right time to be doing that. And that goes as well for your social media. So what are you what posts do you have that have been scheduled a few weeks ago? You need to look at that real quickly and make sure that you take anything down that just isn't sensitive or appropriate. I guess, again, back to talking to journalists, to just remember that they're really overloaded at this time. Our newsrooms were already overloaded, but with this sort of crisis, people are extremely busy, journalists are. So just email them a really good pitch. And if you don't hear back, just assume, hey, they're not interested. Know that they are getting that. But don't be following up with a bunch of phone calls and texts and bugging them, because they just don't have the time. And I guess think about, too, like where you pitch your story. It might not be appropriate for the front page of Stuff or New Zealand Herald, but there's a lot of other options. And thank goodness the government has reversed their decision to say that community papers can still print during this time. So that's great, because it's such a great source of information for different communities. And I guess the last thing to be thinking about when pitching stories is that a lot of industry publications are still publishing as well. So if there's something specific that you can that's more suited for that sort of publication, that's great. For instance, we do a lot in the ag sector, and Farmers Weekly is still going every week. So so you can think about what news would be appropriate for those publications. So that's it for today, and we'll be bringing you some tips every week during lockdown, and we hope that you are just keeping well and safe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.